This is Casey. I am a registered dietitian and certified personal trainer. And today I am going to talk with you just briefly about how we can stop the weekends from hurting our fat loss progress. Okay, so I'm going to share with you three ways to stay on track this weekend so you can continue to be successful with your fat loss efforts. All right, number one is I'm going to encourage you to schedule in a workout and make it a good one. Take advantage of some extra time that you have over the weekend. Schedule yourself a workout, make it happen. One key tip here is perhaps maybe do it Saturday morning to keep yourself behaving and on track from Friday night, which we'll talk about in a little bit here as well. But schedule in that workout, make it happen. Of course, plan accordingly for a rest day. I definitely recommend taking a rest day either during the week or on one of the weekend days, but schedule in a good, thorough workout, push it hard, and make sure that it happens. The other thing is keep moving, okay? Along the same lines on number one is keep moving. Don't just sit around all weekend long, because you are actually burning a lot of calories during your everyday movement. And if you just relax all day long and sit on the couch or sit on the beach or wherever it is, you're going to not be burning as many calories as you would be if you're active throughout your day. Okay, so think about everyday movement. If you wear a watch, check your steps, keep track of that, and keep that everyday movement up. So number one, schedule workout in, as well as keep up your day-to-day activity on the weekend. Number two is hold yourself accountable. So one of my primary recommendations for clients that I start working with is log and track your food intake. There is no better way to keep yourself accountable and mindful and aware of what you are eating than if you are recording every single thing that you are eating in a food log. All right. So I don't recommend doing this forever. I'm not saying that we need to use a tool to help us, make our food choices for the long term. But if you are actively trying to lose fat and stay on track, logging and tracking your food intake can be incredibly helpful. Now, recommendations are going to vary. I'm not going to give, a blanket recommendation here for calorie needs. A lot of my female clients can lose weight successfully within a range of perhaps 1,500 up to 1,700 calories a day. Okay, it just depends on their particular needs. But if you're trying to stay on track during the week and you are hitting that 1,500 every single day during the week, and then your weekend comes around and you're consuming 2,500 to 2,800 calories on those weekend days, that is going to make your daily calorie average go much, much higher, probably beyond your weight loss, your fat loss target. Okay, so we can use a daily average, which is fabulous. That gives us a little bit of flexibility, but you still need to be mindful of your total on the weekends. And the best way to do that is to log and track your food intake. Use your daily average, all right, as a target. So let's say during the week, instead of hitting 1,500 every day, you might hit 1,450. Maybe it's 1,400 calories. You don't want to go too low, okay, especially if you're very active. But if you're shooting for 1,500 and you go just slightly below that during the week, you've got a little bit of wiggle room to adjust those calories on the weekend, making your average daily calories, hitting your target, helping you to continue to make progress. Okay, the weekend is only 2 to 3 days, but if you're consuming an excessive amount of calories on these days, you're not going to see the weight loss progress, the fat loss progress that you're desiring and that you're working so hard during the week to do. The one thing I want to mention here is don't restrict yourself all week long, okay? Don't cut those calories down too low early in the week. If this happens, you're going to be more likely to overdo it on the weekend because you're in that restrictive mentality, okay? So balance out those calories, a little bit of flexibility. I'm talking probably 200 to 300, wiggle room on the weekends that you have to enjoy maybe a dinner out, maybe some beverages, which is my number three, alcoholic beverages. So this could be a whole nother topic, and maybe someday it will be, but basically you can be successful with your goals consuming alcohol. Okay. Yes, ideally it would be minimal and not even at all, because there's not a whole lot of health advantages to consuming alcohol. But let's be real. All right. People like to relax. They like to have a couple of drinks, and you can totally work this into your to your plan, and you can still make progress incorporating alcoholic beverages. You cannot, however, continue to make progress when your alcoholic beverage consumption is highly excessive. Okay, number one, that's not healthy. But number two, it's going to contribute a lot of extra calories to your day to day. All right, so you need to keep your alcoholic beverages in check. You can do this by setting limits as far as total drinks or on which days. Do you have to drink 3 days on the weekend? If not, you're going to save yourself a whole bunch of calories. So maybe you keep Friday, alcohol free, and then you wake up Saturday and you get that good workout in, and then you're good. Set the limit on the frequency and as well as on the number of drinks. Okay, alternating between an alcoholic beverage and water is always a good idea to keep yourself in check. The other thing with alcohol is that it definitely lowers our inhibitions, right? We all know this. I'm not telling you something that you don't know here. But if you're consuming alcohol, all of a sudden you start to think, well, I can eat a little bit more, or, those nachos look really good, or let's go for the deep fried crap that maybe you would have the reservation otherwise to pass on. Okay, so lowering your inhibitions with those alcoholic beverages can be an issue if you're trying to lose fat. The other thing is, we all know when we overdo it, how do we feel the next day? We feel like crap. We don't have a lot of energy. So we have a higher tendency to be laying around, sitting around, perhaps skipping a workout, not getting up and doing any day-to-day movement. So your total calorie burn for that day is actually going to be even lower. So not only did you go in excess with the alcohol and the indulgent food because of those lowered inhibitions, you're also not feeling super energetic and ready to go for that daily movement. So 3 ways that you can set yourself up for success this weekend with fat loss is, number 1, stay active, schedule a workout, continue your regular all throughout the day movement as much as you can. Watch those steps, aim for 10,000 or more if you can. Number 2, keep yourself accountable. Keep a food diary and keep track of your calories. All right. Plan accordingly. Spread those calories out throughout the day. Don't reserve all those calories for that indulgent meal on Saturday night. You're going to be real miserable and setting yourself up for, that restricted mentality as well. So daily calories count. Give yourself a little bit of wiggle room, but you also need to fuel well throughout the week. So keep yourself accountable, keep a food record, watch those day-to-day calories, record everything that you eat and drink over the weekend. It should help keep you on track. Number 3, again, to review, is watch your alcohol intake. Okay, be mindful of the amount of drinks that you're having, as well as the food choices that you're making around those. I like to do this little recommendation for my clients. Basically, don't eat or drink like an asshole. Okay, pay attention to what you're doing over the weekend. If you keep it in check and you're mindful and you're paying attention, you're going to be just fine. You can be successful and still enjoy the social activities over the weekend. So there you go. Hope you found my 3 tips to be very helpful. Again, my name is Casey. I'm a registered dietitian, certified personal trainer. I help women lose fat, get fit, and gain confidence. Please subscribe to my page for more helpful tips as I move forward. I hope you all have a great day.